This is just a quick video showing you the process for factorizing complex quadratics. I'm just going to take an example that was in the book as well, the workbook that you've been going through. So one of those examples was, I'll just pull out my pen, 7x squared plus 17x plus 6. Now the first thing I'm going to do as I look at it is see the coefficient of x squared being 7. Can I divide everything else by 7 nicely? Because if we can do that, it makes it really easy for us. In this case we can't, so we're going to have to progress using the more complex methods. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm using method A from your notes book and the same method that is detailed in your workbook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the coefficient of x squared and the c value. Okay, when I say c value, it's because when we think about a quadratic, we write them as ax squared plus bx plus c. So the a and the c in this case are the 7 and the 6. Okay, so after looking at that, we go 7 times 6, or 7 times 6 is 42, so I'm just going to put that over here, just so that I know that that's what I'm working towards. Now I want to find the factors of 42 that are going to add to 17. Okay, with a little bit of thought about it, you can use your calculator to do this using the table, create a table in it, but you'll end up getting a conclusion that 14 plus 3 is going to be our, 14 and 3 are going to be our solutions for that. So you add 14 and 3 together, you get 17. So these are the two values that we have, our two factors. 14 times 3 is 42, and 14 plus 3 is 17. So I'm going to take those two values that we have and put it back into the original equation. So 7x squared, and then instead of the 17x, I'm going to use the 14 and the 3. So plus 14x plus 3x plus 6. Okay, so just to make it really clear, I've taken this and I've split it into two different factors. Now I've done that so it's easier for us to factorize it at this point. So I'm now just going to focus on this initial section. Okay, oh, my pen's sort of dying on me a wee bit, there we go. So looking at those two initial terms, we look at the common factor. So the common factor of the number, 7 and 14, the common factor is going to be 7. So I'll take the 7 out. Then I've got x squared and x, common factor of x. Now I just need to work out what I need to multiply by to get the answer I'm after. So 7x times what is x squared? Well, 7x times x is x squared. 7x times what is 14x? 7x plus 2. Is going to be our first solution. Now we can look at the second part. So this one here we have 3x plus 6, so the common is going to be positive 3. We're not going to include the x this time because the 6 doesn't have it. So we look at our next point. 3 times what is 3x? Well, 3 times x is 3x. 3 times what is 6? 3 times 2. Now we can look at this again. We have common factor between the two. We have x plus 2 is common. So I'm going to pull both of those, and that becomes our common factor at the front. And then all I need to do to finish this off is take this value and put them in place. So our final solution, or final factorized form, is x plus 2, 7x plus 3.